Dito naman, ayun par, dito nakita yung kila Eddie Yang doon sa Mexico. Yung 3 billion worth of 3.6 billion na shabu, no? Basically, we were able to find out that this corporation ay talagang mga Chinese-owned. Na 29 billion, dito sa kulay blue, makikita nyo, sa 29 billion pesos na umikot doon sa 36 accounts ni Alice Go, isa sa mga pinuntahan ng 29 billion na pera na umikot ay si Hong Yang Yang. Okay, Congressman Barbers, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to direct my question to the telcos. Kasi parang hindi, I just wanted to be clarified on the sale of the SIM cards. Apparently, ang ginamit ng illegal POGO operators o yung illegal na POGO ay para makapagpatuloy sila ng pang-i-scam, ginamit nila yung itong SIM cards na ito. And they sent text messages to random people maybe. If you get attracted to the offer as stated in their text message, maraming naluloko.
Wala pa.
Especially if it's a quick buck or quick money schemes. Maraming ganon. And that's precisely the point why these scammers exist. Kasi maraming nalulokong Pilipino dito Diba? Now, isa sa naging rason kaya para sila makapanloko o naging instrument para sila ay makapanloko itong mga SIM cards na ito. Is that a correct assumption?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, dahil meron silang SIM card. Tama? Now, ang tanong, when you sell bulk or volume SIM cards to an entity or to an individual, may records ba kayo niyang mga yan? Kung sinong bumili?
On the part of Smart, Mr. Chair, meron kaming records dun lang po sa distributor namin, regional distributor. And from regional distributor, may mga distributor pa sila sa baba, retailers, and so on.
Yun Actually, that's... what about the other telcos? Do you have the same practice?
Mr. Chair, we have the same practice hanggang dun po sa master distributor. However, meron po kaming incentivization kasi hindi na po namin controlled underneath the master distributor. So what we do is to incentivize the retailers and the resellers to use our technology so that we will have records kung saan siya pupunta. Pero sometimes it does not happen on the ground po there are some...
You see, now I'm glad that you admitted that, Attorney Cruz, no? Kasi hindi nyo na monitor what's happening sa baba Diba? Because it seems that the telcos are just interested dun sa bulk sale. Nakapagbenta na kayo ng 1 million SIM cards, example, and you don't anymore monitor what happens pababa. Kasi sabi niya may mga sub-distributors pa. Minsan nga, maraming mga sari-sari store nagbebenta ng di ba? Ng SIM cards. Now, if someone buys a SIM card and say registers a fictitious name, diba? So you just just record that, diba? Wala naman way for you to check kung totoo ang pangalan nung tao yon, correct? Is there a way? Is there a system where the telcos can really determine whether the names that are given to them are totoong pangalan or fictitious yung pangalan?
At present, Mr. Chair, none.
So you see, that's where perhaps the problem appears to be starting, no? Nakapag-scam, milyong-milyong piso or maybe even more sa ilang daang o ilang libong tao. In fact, I'll tell you honestly, I've been receiving text messages that are written in Chinese characters. Hindi ko nga maintindihan, hindi naman ako marunong mag-Chinese. But I'm surprised that they have a record of my number and I keep receiving all these messages. And I was advised by an expert, sabi niya na pag ganun, just ignore it. Ignore mo, hindi mo naiintindihan. Perhaps the message was directed to a cellphone owner who speaks Chinese or who understands Chinese. Siguro, baka ganon. Siguro, random din sila nagpapadala ng ganong messages at pag may makuha, mayroong magka-interest, siguro, pwedeng maloko o kumagat. Now, dun sa raid na ginawa ng PAOK, may I know, Yusek, Gilbert, kung ilang SIM cards yung nakuha ninyo?
In some Pogo hubs that we raided, there are about 40,000 SIM cards. Others we recovered 10,000 or 11,000 SIM cards.
So, ganun karami ang
It's
SIM
always
cards.
in the thousands, sir, not the hundred.
So, just imagine, no? 40,000, 10,000, 11,000 SIM cards used for scamming. Hindi naman binenta yan para gamitin sa totoong hindi ba? Now, what is now the system that the telcos, what would be the accountability of all the telcos here? Does the SIM card indicate kung smart siya o Globe siya, Yusek?
Yes, sir.
So, anong pinakamaraming nabenta?
Sa nakikita namin, sir, Smart and Globe, sir.
So, Smart and Globe, you see, naka-indicate pala doon na yung telco ninyo ang maraming nabibenta. And naging instrument yan ngayon for these scammers for their illegal activity. So, I guess, Mr. Chairman, when we again write our committee report, this particular issue must be resolved. Paano natin i-address yung issue na hindi ganun yung pagbibenta ng SIM card, dapat may strict control and regulation. Dapat yung mga numbers na, kunyari, you sold 40,000 SIM cards and all those numbers must be recorded kung sinong bumili. Hindi pwedeng bulk lang na isa lang. Diba? And I guess there must be a system or a way for the telcos to really monitor hanggang sa baba. Kung paano gagawin yon, I really don't have any idea. But Mr. Chairman, I would insist that in writing our committee report, we must make a profound proposal as to how to address the issue of a bulk sale ng ating mga SIM cards. Kasi dyan ho nag-uugat o nag-uumpisa yung problema natin dito sa mga scammers. So that's just the point I'd like to make.
And I
Mr.
really
Chair.
would like to agree on that. Kasi nga, medyo nagulat din ako doon sa SIM card law natin. Medyo, siguro absent ako nung pinag-usapan yung SIM card law. Pero hindi ko alam na pwede pala tayo mag-ari ng maraming SIM card. Multiple pwede, no? We have to
Mr.
review
Chairman,
that.
isa pa, nandito na rin lang yung telcos
Yes.
Kasi nga ako, I've been receiving text messages, no? Ang tanong, although I said na hindi ko naman naintindihan yung messages dahil written in Chinese characters, paano kaya nila nakuha yung number ko? Di ba? Paano kaya nila nakuha yung number ko? Maybe the telcos must be asked to explain how.
Maybe they know something that we do not.
Maybe, Mr. Chair.
Oo, baka na-hack.
If it was the cellphone of Dan Fernandez or Caraps Paduano, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, for the past so many months, we have been investigating so many things, no? Chairman Paduano sa Committee on Public Accounts, kay Congressman Chairman Salvador Pleto. Sino pa rin? Nakita ko si Ace Barbers, siya po sa drugs. And sa Committee on Public Order, we're all together in trying to find out yung mga links talaga. Doon sa, pag makikita niyo yung upper portion nung presentation na yan, yung Empire 999, ayan parang Lucky South. Mahilig talaga sila sa 999 no? Dito naman, Empire, dito nakita yung kila Eddie Yang doon sa Mexico. Yung 3 billion worth of 3.6 billion na shabu, no? At basically, we were able to find out that this corporation ay talagang mga Chinese-owned. So, makikita nyo that yung shabu na dinala doon sa Mexico ay involve yung Yatay Industrial, dahil kasamahan dito si Eddie Yang, papunta kay Yatay International, na kung saan nandun sila Yao Huang. Tapos napunta kay Omni, na kung saan si Omni, andun si Lincoln Uyong, na siya naman connected sa Parmalee. At pagdating dito sa Parmalee, andun din si Michael Yang as the financier of that Parmalee. Ngayon, kung ibababa mo dito sa discovery ng PAOK TF, no? PAOK TF, ito, galing sa inyo to, that in accordance with the discovery of the AMLAC, na 29 billion, dito sa kulay blue, makikita nyo, sa 29 billion pesos na umikot doon sa 36 accounts ni Alice Go, isa sa mga pinuntahan ng 29 billion na pera na umikot ay si Hong Yang Yang, na brother ni Michael Yang. So in other words, yung Pogo at yung drugs ay makikita natin may interrelation. Kasi I cannot believe, no, na yung 29 billion according sa PAOK, no? According sa inyo, 'di ba? PAOK, sabi niyo 29 billion yung umikot na pera. Is this confirmed na 29 billion umikot na pera according sa AMLAC? Andiyan ang AMLAC. AMLAC, will you confirm this? That in accordance with the presentation ninyo, si Alice Go at yung kanyang 36 accounts and these personalities ng mga Chinese na mga accounts, dyan umikot yung 29 billion. Is this true?
Unfortunately, sir, we are still covered by the Bank Secrecy Law. And Section 8 of the law prohibits us from disclosing. But what we can do confirm, sir, is there is a freeze order issued by the Court of Appeals.
Yes.
And the Bank Inquiry Authority has been issued by the
Okay,
Supreme
I
Court.
understand. I thought madudulas ka. You're a good lawyer. Okay. Anyway, so ito yung umikot na pera sa 29 billion. At dito, isa sa mga pinasukan, yung brother ni Michael Yang. So, we're trying to find out the link doon naman po sa PORAC kay Cassandra Ong. And that's the reason why we are very positive na kapag na-link natin itong lahat. So, itong Pogo natin ay, alam nyo, pinapasukan din ng drug money. And that is very saddening. And concern of each and every one of us. And I think the President have already, and the Speaker, most especially the Speaker, at first pa lang, sinabi na niya sa amin na talagang investigahan niyo ito ng mas malalim. And even yung mga illegal na yan, tanggalin. And eventually, sabi niya, kapag nag-pronounce na ang presidente na tanggalin ang legal, we will follow. But, sabi niya, hanapin natin kung anong pinagmulan nito. And kaya nandito tayo. Kaya inaabot tayo hanggang gabi dahil nga talagang hahanapin po natin kung sino talaga. Anyway, so yun po yung aming gustong i-present dito that somehow makita po natin yung mga different links, no, that needs to be clarified as well by the task force na kanina sinabi ni sino ba nagsabi na and even Chairman Al, di ba, na magbuo talaga tayo ng isang task force na in order to talagang malaman kung anong punot dulo nito. So, doon po tayo patungo. So, I hope that we are clear on that. And with the mandate that was given to us by the Speaker and by the President, we will continue. But, PAOK, what can you say about Cassandra Ong?
We can serve the invitation, sir, if you
You know where she is?
We'll try, sir. We have some info. Doon na lang namin ibabagsak.
Sige, kasi she's very crucial, no? Lalo na sa Whirlwind, no? Because she owns 58% of the company. And considering the Whirlwind is a real estate company, ang laki ng property na nabili nila na sila ay Chinese. Di ba? Okay, so we'll be assigning that to you, Gilbert. And we will be having a hearing on Monday. Kaya itong 402 na listahan na hawak na ng PAOK TF, no? Ito napaka-crucial nito, and that's the reason why I wanted the mayors to be here, no? Yung liga, para at least maano na talaga ma-penetrate na tong area to dahil 402 eh. So ibig sabihin right now alam na natin na identified na natin tong 402, and even them alam na nila na pinag-uusapan na natin sila. And basically ang gagawin niya talagang i-dispose na nila yung kanilang mga properties. And twice na nga tayong hindi na dating ng ating mga liga. So I hope that they will be coming here on Monday. Para ngayon maging properly coordinated sa kanila. Makikiusap tayo sa kanila that this 402 together with the PAOK TF dapat mapuntahan na, ma-secure na yung lugar. Di ba? And if these are owned by these corporations that will be submitted by SEC, and makikita natin spurious yung kanilang mga SEC registration and the BIR, then so much more that we need to close these facilities. So maliwanag po tayo doon. Big task to. And ang kalaban po natin dito, oras. Because they know who they are. But tayo, hindi pa po natin sila alam. Hindi pa natin sila kilala. And the mayors can help us on this matter. Okay? Alright. So, klaro na po tayo doon. So, and I heard that Secretary Abalos have already put up a discussion with the mayors. Is this true?
Yes, sir. Last Saturday.
Ayun. So ano na pala? So they know about this 402 illegal na?
The same folder was given to the Secretary of Interior
But
and Law.
was it given to the different mayors?
Not yet, sir.
Ayun. So kailangan kasi talaga ma-equip ang mga mayors eh. We cannot blame them as well kasi nga yung iba baka mamaya hindi rin nila alam na di ba? So ang kalaban po natin dito talaga ito magi-illegal na talaga, dadami ang mga illegal na ganyan eh. And we have to be talagang guarding this additional na mga illegal activities that will be starting to bloom. Sana wag. Okay, so
I think, Mr. Chairman, we have to increase the budget of the PAO-TF on our next budget for the augmentation because it's very critical job. Diba? Diba, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah.
So, tama ba, Yusek Gilbert? Kasi talagang
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
and I think it's imperative on your part to talk to the speaker.
Yeah. Well, on Thursday, I will talk to the speaker. Baka makasama siya sa inspection sa mga pogo na illegal na nakita natin sa Pampanga. Kasi tiga Pampanga po kasi ako, kaya pag nagsasalita si Mayor Capi, akala pinagtatakpan ko, akala naman kasama ko eh. So, di ba? So, open po lahat para makita po lahat natin yung mga dapat tingnan sa lalawigan at sa buong Pilipinas.
Mr.
And
Chair.
we will follow. Siyempre, sinabi ni Presidente yan, kailangan we have to work on that.
Yes, Yusek, then punta na tayo kay Congressman Acop. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, may I suggest for the Thursday inspection or the Thursday inspection of the PORAC and Mexico Pogo Hub, sir? May we include in the inspection team, sir, yung the PAGCOR siguro, sir? So, and the technical, we use the technical expertise people from the ACG and the ICT, sir. Kasi if we will be encountering computers there, sir, makikita kagad natin kung ginagamit talaga for scamming. And during the inspection, sir.
Sulat mo. Okay, the ICT and also the ACG.
ACG,
ng
sir. Yes, sir. And PAGCOR.
Sa PAGCOR.
Yes.
Okay, sige.